Heidi, are you serious?
Cassia? You've got some nerve to be messaging me. What do you want?
Quit your whining, sis. This is important. I heard you're getting married to the nephew of the CEO of a major company. I heard he was chosen to take over when his uncle retires. Is this true?
Oh, so that's why you're messaging me. Well, it was bound to get out eventually, so I may as well just tell you. Yep, it's true.
How?
What do you mean, how? I'm an employee at his company. I work directly under his uncle, the CEO, so I guess that's how?
What?
His uncle introduced us when I moved up to my current apartment, and I guess we just started to like each other. How do you think these things work?
Anyway, when did you even start working for that company? They're world famous. How did you do it? You're a damn high school graduate and you're doing better than me? It's not fair. I was always the clever sister.
Wow, that's an interesting way of looking at the world. I see you haven't changed at all. I graduated university, you know.
Huh? You did?
Mom kicked me out as soon as I graduated high school, so I had no choice but to work, which I did. A lot. And eventually I was able to save up the money for my tuition fees. I ended up enrolling 2 years later than everyone else, but eventually I graduated with flying colors. I started looking for work with my new degree and got a job with the company I'm at now.
What? Not fair!
Okay, let me ask you, Cassia. Have you been working at all since you graduated university?
Excuse me, I don't have to work. I'm special. Someone like me shouldn't have to sacrifice their best years as some office monkey worker drone. I'm drop-dead gorgeous, so it's only a matter of time before I find myself a nice, rich, handsome man with enough money to provide me with the life I deserve. Unlike you, I don't have to resort to cheap tricks and desperate schemes to bag myself a man. Because the man of my dreams is going to come calling any day now. Just you wait and see.
I have no idea what you mean by cheap tricks or desperate schemes, but the only reason I'm in my current position is because I worked, studied, and strove for a better life, and I did it all on my own with no one to rely on but myself.
Huh?
I don't need to be talked down to by some lousy deadbeat scrounger, who, despite being fortunate enough to have had all her tuition fees paid for, still somehow manages not to have found a job despite having graduated years ago.
How dare you speak to me like that? You're pathetic good-for-nothing, and me, Mom, or Dad never loved you.
It just goes to show that even a pathetic good-for-nothing can realize their dreams if they work hard enough and never give up. I'm living proof of that.
Ugh, you make me sick.
Bye, Cassia.
Heidi, I need to talk to you. Reply to me at once.
Let me guess. Mom? It's been a while. Hey, what's been going on these last few days? Cassia won't stop messaging me all of a sudden despite the fact we haven't spoken in years, and now you?
That's what I want to discuss with you. I hear you've been bragging to your lovely little sister about your new life, which you obviously achieved entirely by chance, and won't listen to a word she has to say. You always were the runt of the litter.
I achieved this by chance, did I? Think what you like, Mom, I don't care. Anyway, since it's her, I know that whatever she says would only disgust me, so why bother listening? There's another thing I've been wondering too. Didn't you both have me blocked before?
We had no choice but to unblock you due to some new developments which unfortunately meant we had to get back in touch with you. You would know this if you hadn't interrupted Kazuya halfway through her explanation, and I wouldn't be having to explain to you now.
So that's why you messaged me instead.
That's right.
Okay, ready when you are. Make sure to keep it short.
When's the wedding?
Huh? I hate to break this to you, Mom, but you're not invited. In fact, none of you are.
Excuse me?
I already explained everything to my fiancé and his parents. They've been very understanding about the whole thing.
How amusing. Don't tell me you actually think you're going to be the bride.
What? I'm at my own wedding? Yes, actually, I did plan on being the bride at my own wedding. Is that not obvious?
It most certainly is not. There's only one young lady in this family suitable to marry a future CEO. And that's your lovely, adorable little sister, Kazuya.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I understand. What?
The groom's name was Michael, wasn't it? Or Mike? He may think he's marrying you right now, but he's sure to fall in love with Kazuya the moment he sees her. He'll change his mind, there's no doubt about it. It's already decided. You're to be substituted for your sister, and she'll marry him instead.
What are you talking about? Have you lost your mind? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Oh, yes, it is. You'll see before long. Your arrogance will be your downfall, young lady. There's nothing my Kazuya can't do when she puts her mind to it.
Let's just rewind a little here. Do you even know Mike? Have you met him?
No.
Oh, that makes this weird fantasy of yours even more hilarious.
The only one fantasizing here is you. Do you actually think you, an unlovable, worthless, good-for-nothing, are actually worthy of marrying a future CEO? You need to get your head checked out if so. I suggest you cease and desist with these foolish fantasies at once and accept your place in the world as the bottom dweller you really are. How about you find yourself a nice, homeless man to marry instead?
You're so sweet and charming, Mom. You have no idea how lucky I feel to have such loving parents.
Don't you dare get sarcastic with me, young lady. Anyway, all you need to know is that your sister will be substituted as the bride in your place on your wedding day. Make sure you let Mike know what's going on beforehand.
You're insane.
And you're an idiot if you think there is anything you can do to stop this. I'll tell you what, I'll prepare a message to pass on, since you're probably too dumb to do it yourself. Mike, I think my little sister Kazuya would make a far more suitable bride than me. I have thus decided to get out of your way and leave the two of you in peace forever. Please make Kazuya happy. How's that? You have no excuse not to tell him now I've prepared you a message. Aren't I kind?
That's not the reason I won't be telling him.
Shut up! Did I ask for your input? No, I didn't. Your attitude is despicable, young lady. Mark my words. If you do anything to jeopardize Kazuya and Mike's happiness, you will regret it.
I really wish you'd give it a rest.
I really do wish you'd stop giving opinions I never asked for. If you actually knew your place, this wouldn't be a problem. But you seem to be suffering from delusions of grandeur of epic proportions. You? With the CEO? Get real!
Whatever. You can say what you like, but I'm not telling you when the wedding is.
Do you think I can't find out for myself? You may be the runt of the litter. You may be the shame of our family. But this is finally your opportunity to do some good in the world. I suggest you take it and try to make up for being such a waste of space by making your adorable little sister happy.
Heidi, pick up. What the heck's going on?
Huh? Kazuya? Explain what? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one behind this. I just know it. To think you deceive your own family. Well, I hope you're happy. We fell for your little trap.
A trap? Allow me to repeat myself. I have no idea what you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about and maybe I'll be able to shed some light on things.
Me and Mike were supposed to be getting married today.
Apart from the bit where you said you were supposed to be marrying my husband, you are correct. The wedding is today. Can't believe you actually went out of your way to find out the details, though. You really will stop at nothing, will you?
Obviously. Digging around the net and local newspapers for details on the venue and schedule is a small price to pay if it means reeling in a big fish like Mike. Or it should have been. I put on my amazing new wedding dress. Then the three of us, me, Mom, and Dad, entered the chapel the wedding was supposed to be being held at, and just as I was getting ready to walk down the aisle, someone started shouting at us. The bride and groom were two completely different people.
What? Wait, what? What the hell did you do?
That's my line. Explain yourself, now. And give me Mike back while you're at it. Where are you hiding him?
Just hold on a sec before we discuss that. Where the hell did you go? Did you say you went to a chapel?
Yes, the chapel inside Apple Hotel.
A hotel? Me and Mike got married at a place called Apple Church.
You got married in an actual church?
It's a church overseas. It's in Spain, actually.
Spain? What? You mean you're not even in America anymore?
Mike received almost his entire education overseas across various countries in Europe from middle school to university, so he has tons of friends outside of America. That's why we decided to get married abroad.
Oh my god.
As far as I know, Apple Hotels and Apple Churches are both subsidiaries of the same parent company. Oh, I get it. You got mixed up with the word apple and ended up crashing some stranger's wedding. Oh my god.
This is not a laughing matter. The bride said one of her relatives is a lawyer, and she wouldn't stop yelling about how I owed her money for ruining her wedding. Not only that, but she says I owe her money for ruining her dress. And money for breaking some stuff inside the chapel. They say I'll be receiving a claim for everything, and if I don't pay up, I'll have to go to court. I never meant for things to turn out this way.
Wow, you did all that?
Please, sis, just help me out this one time.
Me?
I took out a loan to pay for this wedding dress. I have zero money left thanks to you.
I'm speechless.
Mom and Dad are broke too. Please, I'm at my wit's end here. You and Mike are the only ones I can rely on.
Just out of interest, how much was the wedding dress you took out a loan for?
$25,000.
Wow!
I had no choice. I wanted to show Mike that I was worthy of being his wife. He comes from money after all. What did you expect me to do? Show up in a bin bag?
Okay, so why don't you just sell the dress? Granted, you'll have to drop the price a little since it's secondhand, but surely if it's that nice, you'll be able to claw back some of your losses.
It's too late.
Why?
It got damaged beyond repair in the chaos. To be precise, it got ripped to shreds while I was fighting with one of the security guards who had me pinned down on the floor.
Oh my, Cassia. Just what the hell went down in that chapel?
Please, I'm begging you.
Nope.
What?
I'd just like to remind you, my own sister conspired with our parents to try and steal my husband on my wedding day. You disgust me, and I'm embarrassed by the fact that you exist. Anyway, my wedding's about to start. Have a nice life, and good luck with that debt of yours. See ya. I blocked my sister and parents after the wedding. I heard a few days later from a relative who I'm still on good terms with that the three of them received an enormous compensation claim from the bride and groom whose wedding they ruined by going to the wrong chapel. I don't know the exact breakdown of the charges, but I heard that there were some pretty expensive items among the things they broke, including some very old antique furniture of high historical value. The total came to a whopping $65,000. Good luck, that's all I can say. They were told they had to pay it in one lump sum immediately, news that made my mother faint with shock and my sister burst into tears. I heard that my dad quit his job and suddenly escaped in the night. He hasn't been seen since. I mean, wow, really? Those three are just as bad as each other. Anyway, this has of course left my mom and sister with no choice but to work long, grueling hours across several jobs. However, due to neither of them having held down a semi-decent job at any point in their lives, those several jobs mostly consist of adult entertainment venues like strip clubs. What do I think of the ignoble fate of my former family? Well, I won't deny it. Considering they basically joined forces to try and ruin my life, it's a little satisfying. I think they're getting exactly what they deserve.